Sire, a son. He was baptized by fire, water, earth, and sky. From darkness, he rose up in triumph to ascend the throne of light. And he alone shall forever be known as the King of Kings.
I enter this world born under a sign of infinite light, and here I shall dwell. I now understand all that I am shall live in thy command. Voices of victory, all shout and proclaim, the kingdom of glory is mine. The rays of the will are a prophecy filled. I'm the Lord of the day and the night. I've nothing to sell but the power of hell. My armies of fire await. I'm here to be paid for the pact that was made. My payment can never be late. The earth, gods of wonder, man and beast will be torn asunder into the fight. I own the right to be the king of kings. My enemies rise and look to the sky. They pray I will never appear. Their life has no meaning. Awake they are dreaming. They live in a castle of fear. I summon the demons that live in the wind as my chariot drives in the storm. With the hot blood of battle, I wait in my saddle. I live and I'll die by the sword. Crack the earth, gods of thunder, man and beast will be torn asunder into the fight. I own the right to be the king of kings.
All the days of his life, he walked without fear. All whose lives he touched were made better for knowing him, as he returned goodness with good. So too his justice and retribution were unfailing.
As my sword
is my soul, then let all who stand before me know I bring a storm and magic wind, the kingdom of the king.
I summon the
is a thief, and you won't understand the cause of your grief, but you'll always follow the voices beneath. Guileless son, your spirit will hate her, the flower who married my brother, the traitor, and you will expose his puppet behavior, for you are the proof of how we betrayed her loyalty. Hush, child, the darkness will rise from the deep and carry you down to sleep. Child, the darkness will rise from the deep and carry you down to sleep. Guileless son, each day you grow older, each moment I'm watching my vengeance unfold. For the child of my body, the flesh of my soul, will die in returning the birthright he
Good day, guys. Welcome to a fantastic Friday. Here we are. We have made it. Good to see you. We're going to get to some Jurassic Park here to begin here for the day. Continue on our next chapter after Grid, which will be Lodge. Shall enjoy that as we get to our last few chapters here. Commission in the works for a nice T-Rex emote as well. That'll be on the way. Red Dinosaur, good stuff. Greetings and salutations, Forest Guardian G. Thank you for starting up our chat. How are you doing there? Some fun stuff today, getting started for the weekend, the first weekend of 2022, already a week into the year tomorrow, so good stuff there. Hope you're doing fine. Nice to see you there yesterday, and let me know if you like any Phasmophobia today or tonight. We could get to some of that, but in any case, welcome in. Good to see you. Get some fun stuff. We are beginning right now. Good time. Haven't quite figured out how to get the message when done for the countdown yet, but I'll work on that more soon to come. So yep, we have made it. Good stuff here, all looking fine. Get to a few fun things, we'll check it out, and for the most part looking set, so we can begin for our fun Jurassic Park and go from there. Alrighty, welcome in there, Forest and Lemonade Duchess as well. Welcome to the Roost today. Good to see you there, dude. Brand new Dragon Champion and Gifter Leader. Look at your Gifter Leader for the weekend already, or at least so far. Very exciting. Good to see you both here. Forest and Lemonade, as you both know each other from Phasmo as well. Alright, welcome in, guys. We're going to get started with some Jurassic Park here today. A fun time. Glad you could make it to the Roost. We have a great time here today. Some excellent times. So welcome in. Hope everyone having a great day and a great start to the weekend. We're going to pick it up with some Jurassic Park here to begin. And all the rest shall work out. Fantastic. Welcome, Forest and Lemonade, starting off our chat right away. Right at the front here. All looking fine for Discord and the rest. We are set. We are live. And we're having a great time. Okay. Pretty good. That will be Fantastic. Alright, let's begin with some Jurassic Park. Oh yes, cute anime girls as well. Very fun, good times. All be great and be a fantastic, wonderful time. Well, without further ado, if you are ready, let us get to some Lodge. We lift off. Tim did the only thing he could do. Using the card, he opened the nearest door off the hallway and pushed Lex through. As the door began to close slowly behind them, the raptors hissed and charged. Onto Lodge. Ian Malcolm drew each breath as if it might be his last. He watched the raptors with dull eyes. Harding took his blood pressure, frowned, took it again. Ellie Sattler was wrapped in a blanket, shivering and cold. Muldoon sat on the floor, propped against the wall. Hammond was staring upward, not speaking. They all listened to the radio. "What happened to Tim?" Hammond said. "Still no word?" "I don't know." Malcolm said, "Ugly, aren't they? Truly ugly." Hammond shook his head. "Who could have imagined it would turn out this way?" Ellie said, "Apparently, Malcolm did." "I didn't imagine it," Malcolm said. "I calculated it." Hammond sighed. "No more of this, please." "He's been saying, 'I told you so' for hours, but nobody ever wanted this to happen." "It isn't a matter of wanting it or not," Malcolm said, eyes closed. He spoke slowly through the drugs. "It's a matter of what you think you can accomplish. When the hunter goes out in the rainforest to seek food for his family, does he expect to control nature? No. He imagines that nature is beyond him, beyond his understanding, beyond his control. Maybe he prays to nature, to the fertility of the forest that provides for him. He prays because he knows he doesn't control it. He's at the mercy of it. But you decide you won't be at the mercy of nature. You decide you'll control nature, and from that moment on, you're in deep trouble because you can't do it. Yet you have made systems that require you to do it, and you can't do it, and you never have, and you never will. Don't confuse things. You can make a boat, but you can't make the ocean. You can make an airplane, but you can't make the air. Your powers are much less than your dreams of reason would have you believe." "He's lost me," Hammond said with a sigh. "Where did Tim go? He seems such a responsible boy." "I'm sure he's trying to get control of the situation," Malcolm said, "like everybody else." "And Grant, too. What happened to Grant?" Grant reached the rear door of the visitor center, the same door he had left 20 minutes before. He tugged on the handle. It was locked. Then he saw the little red light. The security doors were reactivated. Damn! He ran around to the front of the building and went through the shattered front doors into the main lobby, stopping by the guard desk where he had been earlier. He could hear the dry hiss of his radio. He went to the kitchen, looking for the kids. But the kitchen door was open, the kids gone. He went upstairs, but came to the glass panel marked "Closed Area," and the door was locked. He needed a security card to go farther. Grant couldn't get in. From somewhere inside the hallway, he heard the raptors snarling. The leathery reptile skin touched Tim's face. The claws tore his shirt, and Tim fell onto his back, shrieking in fright. "Timmy!" Lex yelled. Tim scrambled to his feet again. The baby velociraptor perched on his shoulder, chirping and squeaking in panic. Tim and Lex were in a white nursery. There were toys on the floor, a rolling yellow ball, a doll, a plastic rattle. "It's the baby raptor," Lex said, pointing to the animal gripping Tim's shoulder. The little raptor burrowed its head into Tim's neck. The poor thing was probably starving, Tim thought. Lex came closer and the baby hopped onto her shoulder. It rubbed against her neck. "Why is it doing that?" she said. "Is it scared?" "I don't know," Tim said. She passed the raptor back to Tim. The baby was chirping and squeaking and hopping up and down on his shoulder excitedly. It kept looking around, head moving quickly, no doubt about it. The little thing was worked up and... "Tim," Lex whispered. The door of the hallway hadn't been closed behind them after they entered the nursery. Now the big velociraptors were coming through. First one, then a second one. Clearly agitated, the baby chirped and bounced on Tim's shoulder. Tim knew he had to get away. Maybe the baby would distract them. After all, it was a baby raptor. He plucked the little animal from his shoulder and threw it across the room. The baby scurried between the legs of the adults. The first raptor lowered its snout, sniffed at the baby delicately. Tim took Lex's hand and pulled her deeper into the nursery. He had to find a door, a way to get out. There was a high, piercing shriek. Tim looked back to see the baby in the jaws of the adult. A second velociraptor came forward and tore at the limbs of the infant, trying to pull it from the mouth of the first. The two raptors fought over the baby as it squealed. Blood splattered in large drops onto the floor. "They ate him," Lex said. The raptors fought over the remains of the baby, rearing back and butting heads. Tim found a door. It was unlocked, and went through, pulling Lex after him. They were in another room, and from the deep green glow, he realized it was deserted. DNA extraction laboratory, the rows of stereo microscopes abandoned, and high-resolution screens showing frozen giant black and white images of insects. The flies and gnats had been dinosaurs millions of years ago, sucking the blood that now had been used to recreate dinosaurs in the park. They ran through the laboratory, and Tim could hear the snorts and snarls of the raptors pursuing them, coming closer. And then he went to the back of the lab and through a door that must have had an alarm, because in the narrow corridor, an intermittent siren sounded shrilly, and the lights overhead flashed on and off. Running down the corridor, Tim was plunged into darkness. Then light again, then darkness. Over the sound of the alarm, he heard raptors snort as they pursued him. Lex was whimpering and moaning. Tim saw another door ahead with the blue biohazard sign, and he slammed into the door and moved beyond it. And suddenly he collided with something big, and Lex shrieked in terror. Welcome in, Marshmallow Font. Good to see you, Dragon Knight. Marshmallow Font. I know, right? Yeah, I don't think they put that in the movie. There's several things they could not put in the movie. Like other baby eating in the beginning of the book. We have more baby eating at the end of the book. It just happened to be a dinosaur baby this time. Good to see you, Marsh. Some fun RDR2 streams last night, man. I went from years to 2 others, including one guy who was a dinosaur themed because he considered himself a fossil. It was kind of funny. But yeah, that was fun. I hang out with Uraid the whole time she streamed. It was interesting because she's from LA and stuff, well, same as you. And then the other one was fun too. I hang out with him, Australian stream a bit. But yeah, glad you enjoyed. Are you playing 2 different playthroughs simultaneously, or the same character is the split personality? I didn't really see that yet, but it's funny. I came on the same guy. He came to the same part of the story you were at, so it was fun. But yeah, pretty wild indeed. It's a wild Jurassic World out there. We're getting our red T-Rex next. And since you're here, Marsh, I did have an elephant to show you. A plush elephant from last time I visited the park for the Christmas lights and all. So if you will wait just a minute for that, I have that saved for you. There's a lot of elephant statues and all, but I did at least have this plush elephant, of course, I save for you, think of you all the time. Yep, spend some time with you and the others, absolutely, man. 6 characters in the same playthrough. If you split their personalities and play... Jeez. That seems hard to keep track of, but... Hey, you get to empathize with schizophrenics, I guess, a bit. So there's the little plush. That's for you. Marshmallow Fett. Dragon Knight. Looks like your sub from Potato or... No, Maximilus O'Ray from Birthday Sub. Expired, that was about a month ago, yeah. But it's good to see you in any case, man. Dragon Knight. Fun. You are here in the scroller, tip ticker. you see you're the very first one on the list there, so I was glad to get that working for you. Good to see you, Marsh. Yep, continue on the chapter. Lovely to see you, and a lovely Friday to you, and a lovely weekend ahead. First weekend of the year, 2022. Let's make it a great one. Marsh, Forrest, and Lemonade Duchess, all in the chat so far. Okay, here we were. Yeah, they ate him, and then Tim was plunged into darkness, then the light again, then darkness. Over the sound of the alarm, he heard the raptors snort as they pursued him. Lex was whimpering and moaning. Tim saw another door ahead with a blue biohazard sign, and he slammed into the door and moved beyond it. And suddenly he collided with something big, and Lex shrieked in terror. "Take it easy, kids," a voice said. Tim blinked in disbelief. Standing above him was Dr. Grant, and next to him was Mr. Gennaro. Outside in the hallway, it had taken Grant nearly 2 minutes to realize that the dead guard down in the lobby probably had a security card. He'd gone back and gotten it, and entered the upper corridor, moving quickly down the hallway. He had followed the sound of the raptors and found them fighting in the nursery. He was sure the kids would have gone to the next room and had immediately run to the extractions lab. Yep, fun stuff. Marshmallow Fun, Dragon Knight, and all friends. And there he'd met the kids. Now the raptors were coming toward them. The animals seemed momentarily hesitant, surprised by the appearance of more people. Grant pushed the kids into Gennaro's arms and said, "Take them back someplace safe." "But through here," Grant said, pointing over his shoulder to a far door. "Take them to the control room, if you can. You should all be safe there." "What are you going to do?" Gennaro said. The raptors stood near the door. Grant noticed that they waited until all the animals were together, and then they moved forward as a group, pack hunters. He shivered. "I have a plan," Grant said. "Now go on." Gennaro led the kids away. The raptors continued slowly toward Grant, moving past the supercomputers, past the screens that still blinked endless sequences of computer-deciphered code. The raptors came forward without hesitation, sniffing the floor, repeatedly ducking their heads. Grant heard the door click behind him and glanced over his shoulder. Everybody was standing on the other side of the glass door, watching him. Gennaro shook his head. Grant knew what it meant. There was no door to the control room beyond. Gennaro and the kids were trapped in there. It was up to him now. Grant moved slowly, edging around the laboratory, leading the raptors away from Gennaro and the kids. He could see another door near the front, which was marked to laboratory. Whatever that meant, he had an idea, and he hoped he was right. The door had a blue biohazard sign. The raptors were coming closer. Grant turned and slammed into the door and moved beyond it into a deep, warm silence. He turned. Yes, he was where he wanted to be, in the hatchery, beneath infrared lights, long tables, with rows of eggs and a low clinging mist. The rockers on the tables clicked and whirred in a steady motion. The mist poured over the sides of the tables and drifted to the floor, where it disappeared, evaporated. Grant ran directly to the rear of the hatchery, into a glass-walled laboratory with ultraviolet light. His clothing glowed blue. He looked around at the glass regions, beakers full of pipettes, glass dishes, all delicate laboratory equipment. The raptors entered the room, cautiously at first, sniffing the humid air, looking at the long, rocking tables of eggs. The lead animal wiped its bloody jaws with the back of its forearm. Silently, the raptors passed between the long tables. The animals moved through the room in a coordinated way, ducking from time to time to peer beneath the tables. They were looking for him. Grant crouched and moved to the back of the laboratory, looked up, and saw the metal hood marked with a skull and crossbones. A sign said, "Caution, biogenic toxins, A4 precautions required." Grant remembered that Regis had said they were powerful poisons. Only a few molecules could kill instantaneously. The hood lay flush against the surface of the lab table. Grant could not slip his hand under it. He tried to open it, but there was no door, no handle, no way that he could see. Grant rose slowly and glanced back at the main room. The raptors were still moving among the tables. He turned to the hood. He saw an odd metal fixture sunk into the surface of the table. It looked like an outdoor electrical outlet with a round cover. He flipped up the cover, saw a button, pressed it. With a soft hiss, the hood slid upward to the ceiling. He saw glass shelves above him and rows of bottles marked with a skull and crossbones. He peered at the labels: CCK55, Tetra Alpha Secretin, Thymolevin X1612. The fluids glowed pale green in the ultraviolet light. Nearby he saw a glass dish with a pale green in the ultraviolet light, with syringes in it. The syringes were small, each containing a tiny amount of green, glowing fluid. Crouched in the blue darkness, Grant reached for the dish of syringes. The needles of the syringes were capped in plastic. He removed one cap, pulling it off with his teeth. He looked at the thin needle. He moved forward, toward the raptors. He had devoted his whole life to studying dinosaurs. Now he would see how much he really knew. Velociraptors were small carnivorous dinosaurs like oviraptors and dromaeosaurs, animals that were long thought to steal eggs. Just as certain modern birds ate the eggs of other birds, Grant had always assumed that velociraptors would eat dinosaur eggs if they could. He crept forward to the nearest egg table in the hatchery. Slowly he reached up into the mist and took a large egg from the rocking table. The egg was almost the size of a football, cream-colored with faint pink speckling. He held the egg carefully while he stuck the needle through the shell. He injected the contents of the syringe. The egg glowed faint blue. Grant bent down again. Beneath the table he saw the legs of the raptors, and the mist pouring down from the tabletops. He rolled the glowing egg along the floor toward the raptors. The raptors looked up, hearing the faint rumble as the egg rolled, and jerked their heads around. Then they resumed their slow stalking search. The egg stopped several yards from the nearest raptor. Damn! Grant did it all again, quietly reaching up for an egg, bringing it down, injecting it, and rolling it toward the raptors. This time the egg came to rest by the foot of one velociraptor. It rocked gently, clicking against the big toe claw. The raptor looked down in surprise at this new gift. It bent over and sniffed the glowing egg. It rolled the egg with its snout along the floor for a moment, and ignored it. The velociraptor stood upright again and slowly moved on, continuing to search. It wasn't working. Grant reached for a third egg and injected it with a fresh syringe. He held the glowing egg in his hands and rolled it again, but he rolled this one fast, like a bowling ball. The egg rattled across the floor loudly. One of the animals heard the sound and ducked down, saw it coming, and instinctively chased the moving object, gliding swiftly among the tables to intercept the egg as it rolled. The big jaws snapped down and bit into it, crushing the shell. The raptor stood, pale abdomen dripping from its jaws. It licked its lips noisily and snorted. It bit again and lapped the egg from the floor, but it didn't seem to be in the least distressed. It bent over to eat again from the broken egg. Grant looked down to see what would happen. From across the room, the raptor saw him. It was looking right at him. The velociraptor snarled menacingly. It moved toward Grant, crossing the room in long, incredibly swift strides. Grant was shocked to see it happening and froze in panic, when suddenly the animal made a gasping, gurgling sound and the big body pitched forward onto the ground. The heavy tail thumped the floor in spasms. The raptor continued to make choking sounds, punctuated by intermittent loud shrieks. Foam bubbles from its mouth. The head flopped back and forth. The tail slammed and thumped. That's one, Grant thought. But it wasn't dying very fast. It seemed to take forever to die. Grant reached up for another egg and saw that the other raptors in the room were frozen in mid-action. They listened to the sound of the dying animal. One cocked its head, then another, and another. The first animal moved to look at the fallen raptor. The dying raptor was now twitching, the whole body shaking on the floor. It made pitiful moans, so much foam bubbled from its mouth that Grant could hardly see the head anymore. It flopped onto the floor and moaned again. The second raptor bent over the fallen animal, examining it. It appeared to be puzzled by these death throes. Cautiously, it looked at the foaming head, then moved down to the twitching neck, the heaving ribs, the legs, and it took a bite from the hind leg. The dying animal snarled and suddenly lifted its head and twisted, sinking its teeth into the neck of its attacker. That's two, Grant thought. But the standing animal wrenched free. Blood flowed from its neck. It struck out with its hind claws and with a single swift movement ripped open the belly of the fallen animal. Coils of intestines fell out like fat snakes. The screams of the dying raptor filled the room. The attacker turned away as if fighting was suddenly too much trouble. It crossed the room, ducked down, and came up with a glowing egg. Grant watched as the raptor bit into it, the glowing material dripping down its chin. That makes two. The second raptor was stricken almost instantly, coughing and pitching forward. As it fell, it knocked over a table. Dozens of eggs rolled everywhere across the floor. Grant looked at them in dismay. There was still a third raptor left. Grant had one more syringe. With so many eggs rolling on the floor, he would have to do something else. He was trying to decide what to do when the last animal snorted irritably. Grant looked up. The raptor had spotted him. The final raptor did not move for a long time. It just stared. And then slowly, it quietly came forward, stalking him, bobbing up and down, looking first beneath the tables, then above them. It moved deliberately, cautiously, with none of the swiftness that it had displayed in a pack. A solitary animal now, it was careful. It never took its eyes off Grant. Grant looked around quickly. There was nowhere for him to hide, nothing for him to do. Grant's gaze was fixed on the raptor, moving slowly, laterally. Grant moved too. He tried to keep as many tables as he could between himself and the advancing animal. Slowly, slowly. He moved to the left. The raptor advanced in the dark red gloom of the hatchery. Its breath came in soft hisses through flared nostrils. Grant felt eggs breaking beneath his feet, the yolk sticking to his soles of his shoes. He crouched down, felt the bulge of the radio in his pocket. The radio. He pulled it from his pocket and turned it on. "Hello, this is Grant." "Alan," Ellie's voice. "Alan." "Listen," he said softly, "just talk." "Alan, is that you?" "Talk," he said again, and he pushed the radio across the floor, away from him, toward the advancing raptor. He crouched behind a table leg and waited. "Alan, speak to me, please." Then a crackle and silence. The radio remained silent. The raptor advanced, soft hissing breath. The radio was still silent. What was the matter with her? Didn't she understand? In the darkness, the raptor came closer. "Alan?" The tinny voice from the radio made the big animal pause. It sniffed the air as if sensing someone else in the room. "Alan, it's me. I don't know if you can hear me." The raptor now turned away from Grant and moved toward the radio. "Alan, please." Why hadn't he pushed the radio farther away? The raptor was going toward it, but it was close. The Bigfoot came down very near him. Grant could see the pebbled skin, the soft green glow, the streaks of dried blood on the curved claw. He could smell the strong reptile odor. "Alan, listen to me. Alan." The raptor bent over, poked at the radio on the floor, tentatively. Its body was turned away from Grant. The big tail was right above Grant's head. Grant reached up and jabbed the syringe deep into the flesh of the tail and injected the poison. The velociraptor snarled and jumped. With frightening speed, it swung back toward Grant, jaws wide. It snapped, its jaws closing on the table leg, and jerked its head up. The table was knocked away, and Grant fell back, now completely exposed. The raptor loomed over him, rising up, its head banging into the infrared lights above, making them swing crazily. "Alan!" The raptor reared back and lifted its clawed foot to kick. Grant rolled, and then the foot slammed down, just missing him. He felt a searing, sharp pain along his shoulder blades and sudden warm flow of blood over his shirt. He rolled across the floor, crushing eggs, smearing his hands, his face. The raptor kicked again, smashing down on the radio, spattering sparks. It snarled in rage and kicked a third time, and Grant came to the wall, nowhere else to go. And the animal raised its foot a final time and toppled backward. The animal was wheezing. Foam came from its mouth. Gennaro and the kids came into the room. Grant signaled them to stay back. The girl looked at the dying animal and said softly, "Wow." Gennaro helped Grant to his feet. They all turned and ran for the control room. On to the 10th control chapter we shall get to for Sub-Saturday tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That'll do it for our Jurassic Park section today, the first half hour of the stream. Thank you to Marshmallow Font, Forest Guardian G, and Lemonade Duchess for starting off our chat. Hello, Ivan. Welcome in as well. How you doing? Nice little dinosaur you got there. All right. Now we shall move on to our next content, which we shall figure out what we want to do for some FPS Action Adventure Friday. Let me send out some invites, see who wants to play what, see who's online, see what's going on. Also, guys, let me know if you want to About Me things, anything different. Currently, I have bits, leaders, and voice changer effect. If you'd like to add gift subs or something like that instead, let me know. Otherwise, I think you only have 3 widgets at once, and I do like the emote showcase there as well. So, you can make your own custom showcase sometime, but at least we have that good one for now. So, let me know if you want anything else in About Me section. I usually look at About Me section on mobile, so I don't see those 3 widgets there. Asked a few people if they want to play today. Mode probably not on this early. We'll get that Sovereign Hunt one later. Spirit of Neon for $5 on sale for the rest of the week here. So we'll look forward to that. Fire Monkey and the 2 Hunters and the Carbine and Dragon Song, even though it's really just the bag of the decoys. But yeah, $5 for that. We'll get it by January 13th, which is indeed Thursday. So we'll get it by Wednesday of next week. Looking good for that. Some fun Jurassic Park to begin. Hope you guys enjoyed. Could start off with some hunt here. We could do many other things. We have several single player ones. And I'm figuring out single player. We go from Wolfenstein, The Ascent, I gotta get back to Wasteland 3 at some point, install a couple other games. Phasmophobia, Nightmare Mode's here. Hunt, wait for some partners. And figure out the other dynamics. So we'll just take a few minutes, figure out what is the best thing to play now, single player or multiplayer. Can always make a poll and have you guys vote as well. Straw poll. I think the Twitch poll is a little easier. And here we have Elsa. Welcome back, Elsa. Great to see you, my friend. Looks like your first chat since October. So welcome back here 3 months later. Deciding what to do next. We just finished some good Jurassic Park. How are you, my friend? How is Norway today? Some fun. Sons of Odin. Fun. Sons of Odin Viking fun beginnings here today for our music introduction. So that was cool. Just finished crocheting a new blanket. Oh, which one this time? You did your Targaryen, of course, your Lannister, your Stark. Did you do non-related this time, or something general, or nice colors, or other patterns? Yeah, I heard crochet is up like 20% by now, so that's cool. Alright. Gotta figure out a little bit here. Just start off. New blanket Elsa. Baratheon, yeah, okay, so the stack. Good stuff. Very nice, Elsa. We'll figure out how to do this again. Bonnie showed me last night. How can I not remember how to do this? Oh my goodness. It's not that difficult. It really is not that difficult. Alright, there we go. Yes, yes, yes. I got it. Man, I've spent so long trying to get up here. Anyway, nice Christmas decorations. Okay, let me join my friend here. I'll find him. Got it. In so quick. Good day, CJ. What's up?
Hello.
Good to see you, buddy. Happy Friday.
Big stretch.
Phasmo for a couple rounds here then, guys.
Hello.
Just to
Hello.
learn, get some money back, all that good stuff. Let's check it out, shall we? Here we go.
Amateur.
All right.
Amateur.
Today for Action Adventure Friday.
Okay. 0 to 100. I meant to do that. It was just, you know.
Nightmares the way to go.
Nightmare carries.
Yep. I'm learning. Get some money back, hopefully.
Nightmare will get.
Last night. We'll see what happens. So this ghost hunting adventures, Elsa, pretty straightforward. You just try to discover the ghost. You try to get information from the ghost.
I finished.
You try to identify what type of ghost it is. You try not to get killed in the process. And then you basically do a couple extra objectives. And then you leave the same way you came in from a ghost hunter truck. And any other questions, please just let me know. And it's still Christmas themed, so there is occasionally a Christmas ghost, which is usually the cold ghost, the freezing temperature ghost. But yeah, it worked out. Friend here is ready to play, so get some of that before Hunt tonight, or in a little bit, getting to lunch break in a little while, like half an hour or so. Good time to play some of this for now. In Jurassic Park, we had a nice, interesting lodge chapter with a bunch of stuff there. And here we go for some Phasmophobia. Twinning.
Speedrun. Speedrun.
Sorry, it's a little loud. I'll try to turn it down.
Probably Maple after this because I want to play Maple.
Maple. See if that works. Funny little tape and all. Yeah, you got all these different types of ghosts. So the one that is cold, I believe, was the Hantu. Yeah, the coldest climates. So they all have different strengths and weaknesses. It's not really too much, but the twins would be kind of confusing. The Mimic is one that it tends to be another ghost.
I have the most slickest loops, okay?
And the only clue is the ghost
You say
story.
slickest loops.
The slickest loops.
And I don't know what these little things are. Filming ghost
Damn son, those
direction,
loops.
photo evidence.
I meant, you know, the ghost. Loops for the
Paranormal
ghost.
sound.
Oh, right.
Yes.
What you mean,
But
lids
these,
of a truck? I was like, okay, that's the loop.
those two, though, I'm good practicing. Hoping to hit national soon.
If I make the
Alright,
volume
this
still
is
as loud, the game
Craig-
will be
Craig
loud, but the
Field.
voices won't
Yeah,
be so
something
crazy.
like that. Big Turtle fan I am.
Oh, nice. See, where I grew up, we never did hurdles because they fucking hurt.
Huh.
So, that's why you guys are so good
Get
at
the
hurdles.
idea.
You're like one of the only countries that
Let's
do
see
it.
what happens. Good one to start here today.
No. My national sport's lacrosse.
Smoke
Oh, where are you from?
their friend here.
I have no idea.
Lacrosse, national sport, lacrosse. Come on.
The England.
Come on.
I don't even know.
England!
Alright, here's a hint. I live about 30 minutes away from where hockey was created.
Oh, Canada?
Yes, Canadian.
Nice.
I'm closer to Mexico, but still in U.S.
Sorry, mate.
That's a flex.
Didn't mean to call you a yank.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Made.
There we go.
Laptop struggling today.
Candle. Oh, that
Our
was
first $50 photo game right here.
back to house.
Oh, it's Hallway Ghost.
Let's go.
Alright. Back to the kitchen.
Do something
EMF.
else right now. Give me more. Give
You
me the
in the
money.
bedroom? Where is that?
No, it's just Hallway Ghost.
Wow. Got EMF already. Move your white butt, don't you be freezing up again. Alright. We got EMF, we need a video camera for dots. I'll bring two, how about that? Video camera. That works. That work? Barely use the power on. This is nightmare mode, people. Gonna kill us before it even looks at us. Power's on. better be some light in here. Uh-oh. Ghost interaction in the garage. Is that hunting? Fuck. Yeah, it's hunting. Pretty sure. What the hell was that? It's in the garage then? God. What was that? It came at us in the garage.
Harvey twins. We have 2 EMS, we got twins.
Twins, okay.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's so easy. We also have meters. We can go grab a photo of that real quick.
Twins. Cursed object. Okay. So twins, that means they're doing it at 2 different places, that's why. Issue an attack on their prey. Either twin can be angered. Jeez, that's literally twice as hard.
It's in the kid's bedroom.
Mimic each other's actions. They alternate their attacks. Bastards. The freaking twin ghosts, man. Get a crucifix if you want. Oh yeah, I didn't check sanity. Probably should take that one. Little bastards.
Who's fixed up?
It's in the garage, yeah, which is here. Let's try it. I want to grab it so it can actually smoke. It doesn't smoke if you don't. If you switch the item while you have it in your hand, it doesn't smoke. It's weird. Smudge stick. Get killed by the twins. I need to live to get the full money, but it's their money they put in the first place, so it makes sense. If you don't put in the money, you expend yourself more. Risk it more. Alright, we still need salt, motion sensor, and smudge didn't work. Smudge didn't work. Alright. I'll get a motion sensor.
Are you friendly? Are you close? Are you friendly? Are you here? Are you close? Ooh.
Probably gonna hunt from there, not the garage. Fingerprints. Haunted mirror. Okay. We don't need that for the twins. There's 2 of them. We don't need to narrow it down. Okay. Don't really need the evidence. Just the objectives at this point then. So, no salt yet, no smudge sticks yet. I'll get some motion sensor. So sound sensor, motion sensor. This confused me. Pretty sure the small one is the sound sensor. Living a dangerous life here. Are you in the van still? Why? She likes to stay in the van. At least I'm not the only one. Don't think we need a walkie-talkie for Susan Davis, girl twin. I'll grab more sensors. Something for now. The mirror was in a bathroom or something. Let's That is is actually. One of the rooms. It looks like, yeah, one of the, near the room maybe. The white wall. It's not here. It's not here. Where's the white wall room? I cannot tell. White hallway. Okay, not before. Did it cut the power? Okay, so still need salt and smudge sticks. Someone burned one early. Where should I smudge?
It's moving around a lot, man. I can't really tell. There's nothing on cams that'll help me. Just need to go around with the EMF, get an EMF reading, and then smudge, I reckon.
Okay. Did you get the power back on? Alright, I'll smudge where I saw it. In the garage. There we go. Smudge, smudge, smudge. Probably did it in here. Okay. Ah, still didn't work. Got like one more smudge. Okay. I'll let someone else to try the last smudge if you want. I like the candles though. Candles are good.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you do me a favor then? Wanna use the mint and get out?
I just like use the mirror whenever and then from the loop to bitch. Front door, it's front door, yeah.
Set your feet, set your feet. Right here.
Alright.
But you gotta run though, dude. Run and hide.
He's got it, he can leave.
Ghosty ghost. Ghosty ghost.
Okay, that was bad. Use the mirror. I didn't realize I was muted, sorry. Oh, man. Okay. No, it's still here.
Alright, that was done, you're good.
Alright. Okay.
Scared me walking around like that.
Yeah. Oh, man. That worked, I guess.
I was not ready for you just to be walking
Nightmare.
down to the basement.
Nice, well done.
So we got lucky.
That was a long ass hunt. I was
All objectives done.
Yeah, what is it?
Too. Fuck.
It's twin.
It's definitely not a Goryo. It's probably not a Jin.
Thought it was twins this whole time.
It
We got
was twins,
fingerprints,
but then we got fingerprints.
Oh,
So it was just a wandering ghost.
okay.
Which one wanders the most?
It could be Myling because it was quite harmonious in my ear, but I'm not sure.
Did we get third evidence, or you can't really?
Yeah, because it's Nightmare. Look at third. It hides it.
Yeah.
I don't know. We can guess. We have photo money.
Harmonious.
Harmonious. Might say like harmonious, but Lord.
Vocal. It wasn't that quiet when hunting, though. I mean, kind of.
It would be you would hear like its noise more than you would hear its footsteps for Myling.
Mm,
It's like the
interesting.
weird shit it'd be saying. I don't know. I can do another run. Do another smudge. Maybe. I'll find it.
Possibly not. Yeah. Where did it go striking? I mean, it could be ghost riding. Myling could be ghost riding, so I'll put one somewhere. Right in the book.
I know we can just guess. I'm down to just guess. It's our money.
Alright.
Alright, let's skedaddle, skedoodle. Yeah, we're probably gonna go with Miley.
Truck guy. Okay, good enough. All objectives done, so that's fine. Yeah, we all get some money, we all survive, which is pretty lucky on Nightmare. Maybe the house is easier, I don't know. Oh man. Oh well,
Took a
Jen.
minute.
Yeah. Still good.
So I'll take $230.
280. I'll do one more if you'd like.
Of course, of course.
Okay.
So the truck. Get on up there. Right here. Yes. Wiggle, wiggle. I got it
Alright,
earlier.
looks like I'm at it. Gotcha. Easy. Was gonna get him to do it before he left, but he's retired.
Oof.
Hi, Mike. Yep.
Hello.
Do drugs.
Yeah, I made it, but then I got off.
I'm not gonna answer that.
Hmm. Hmm. What if you play a game of rock, paper, scissors? Then, would you answer the question if I was the victor?
Oh boy.
I'll take that as a yes.
They're not really too high level compared
Are you ready up?
to other friends.
Yeah, I was gonna chill.
Chill.
Yay.
Oh well, let's see what happens. There have been some really crazy people in this game. I don't know what to do. I mean, just back in the day. Here we go. One more round, though. For now.
For the love.
Here you go.
Yeah.
For the love.
For the love.
Other house.
On ready? First spot I check, first object, alright?
Which is
First
Are you
spot.
close? Are you
camera. Nightmare, baby.
Who took a picture at the front door? Oh man, I'm guessing.
Where's the object?
I have it in the kitchen.
I'll take it.
I have it.
Ouija board.
Drop it. Put it on the
Drop it.
ground.
Yeah.
My fuck.
Double points. We got it at the same time.
How old are you? How did you die?
It's okay. Where's that circuit breaker?
What
you
room is it
close?
in?
What room are you in?
Nightmare height. Check.
Okay. Where are
What
you?
room are you
Checking
in?
the circuit. It's downstairs. The far left.
Right.
Turn on some lights. Afraid of the dark. This game.
Goodbye.
Yeah, it's in right storage.
Storage heart.
Yeah, freezing temperatures, freezing tape.
Are you here?
Revenant. Could be.
Are you here? Are you close?
Sun glare, not too bad. Camera. Let's see. Alright, video camera. Downstairs, yep. Which one? Good enough for now. Is this towel? Board. I'm not gonna mess with. They know how to use it. Better than me. Put one camera by the storage.
There's a unit.
Freezing temps so far.
Alright, you're my flashlight.
Yeah.
Are you friendly?
Yes.
Are you French?
French.
Bonjour, comment ça va?
Alright, book will be, can you write in this book? Margaret Thompson, can you write in this book?
I'll get one.
I'll get one for you.
Are you with us? Where are you?
Hey, light flickers. Walk through me salt.
Let me get the lighter again. Some smudge, probably.
Ain't a bitch and walk through the soul.
Hey, I'm going through.
Need a lighter. Smudge would be good too, but I don't know how many photo cameras we have down there. Do you already have a photo camera?
No, because he's there.
What? I'll bring a smudge. Wait, is it hunting? Yeah, they know it's hunting. Okay. Bad timing. Oh. Nightmare, you can't tell if anyone even died, so. Ugh. Ghost room clear. On my way. Any casualties?
A couple casualties. Maybe just
Oh.
one.
Yeah. Two. It's you and me left, that's it.
Yeah, he was using the Ouija board with no sanity. That was going to be a big problem. Alright, solved me. I don't know if he did that.
I need a motion sensor, let me grab that.
Alright.
And we need photos of the body.
So
Don't- Don't die down there, okay.
Beautiful. Smart.
Okay. You literally see the skybox. Okay.
Anyways,
So
you need to find second piece.
I'll bring motion sensors. What? Yeah. What other evidence? The big ones are the motion sensors, right? White ones are the sound sensor. I hope so. Okay. I'll get that, and somehow they didn't get a ghost of it before the hunt, so. Anything else? CJ? Two motion sensors.
If it hunts, you can follow me and we'll see, like that.
Oh,
It'll do that. Just stay in here. Stay in this room. Stay in this room. Alright, I got you. Maybe. If it's a revenant, I die and you die, or it's not, we live. Alright? I'm just gonna talk till I get his attention. Hey, you bitch. Come get this smoke. It's downstairs, just vibing.
Big smoke.
Absolute big chill ghost. Doesn't want to mess with the upstairs boys.
Upstairs right now. On global comm, she can attack me.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Hey buddy, you're so cute.
Are the lights still on? Oh.
Alright, he's done already. He wasn't feeling the loop-de-loops.
Nice.
What a loser. I guess we keep going. But we should open this so we know when it hunts. There we go.
Alright, I'm gonna place these by the room.
Yes. Yes. Just a book.
I don't know, how can we force a ghost of it? Shit.
Alright, so just go to your same spot. Well, do it again. Make sure you don't have the candle lit though, because that might be bad news bears. And if this is a longer hunt, I might also get rid of ghosty ghost. I hate the crawly bitches.
Follow instructions, I think. Oh man.
I die. I don't believe this. I did it. Sprint back. Alright, we're good.
Oh, that was a close one. That was close.
Nice.
Playing with fire.
It turns off the light when it stops hunting. That's weird.
Alright, well I did, spend 2.5 just
Yeah.
for gear, so I'm gonna call it there.
Good stuff. Good work. No need for ghosts. We have got, what?
Could be an Onryo, because it do be happy. I think it's an Onryo.
Wrathful Spirit.
I'm guessing on Rio.
Steals souls from dying victims' bodies. Fears fire, maybe. Maybe the fire help. Huh. Alright. Good enough. Good fun. We got some objectives. Nightmare mode, madness. Oni, close. Alright. Aim CJ. Thanks for the help. Pick it up soon.
You're welcome.
That was interesting. Yeah, I'll get some other friends join you later.
That's good.
Good stuff. Good game. Alright, good for now. Little lunch break. Go ahead and get you guys some channel rewards for a nice raid. Head back to it tonight for some hunt and their adventures. I will see you then, guys. Looking good. Back to it soon. Thank you once again, Forest Guardian G, Lemonade Duchess, Marshmallow Funt, and Elsa for coming and chatting. See you guys shortly. Back in just a couple hours or less. Alright, see you then. Full show tonight. Good fun. For coming and chatting. See you guys shortly. Back in just a couple hours or less. Alright, see you then. Full show tonight. Good fun. For coming and chatting. See you guys shortly. Back in just a couple hours or less. Alright, see you then. Full show tonight. Good fun.
That's a waste of
I
an
just
ult.
think it's Vulcan.
What?